I'm live. Awesome. So let me grab a chair or a little bar stool or whatever the hell it is. Okay. I'm going to bring this over here. We're going to angle this down here in just a moment. So first of all, I want to ask everybody, if you would, please like and subscribe. It is colder than it should be here in Illinois, but I'm in Illinois. If you don't like the weather, wait 15 minutes and it'll change. Okay. Whew. So cold, I haven't been shaving my head, but about to use a volumizer here, you know. All right, so the other day I was doing a live video, and that video involved descaling knives. How can you do it? I have 100+ knives, knife blades, that still have to be ground and still have to be heat treated. Now, these particular knives are becoming knives, all would require a lot of cleanup. Now, how do we do that cleanup? Pretty simple. If you watched the last video, I talked about how you could use a wire brush or a wire wheel. You could use different acidic compounds, and decided to go with a vinegar water solution. And I mean, literally just some food grade vinegar, and you get this foaming, nasty mess of something that kind of smells like a bad life choice during summertime in the back of a car in high school or something. I don't know. Let's say college. So what I've got right here is the results of my acid bath combined with my 100+, mostly file steel and some spring steel blades. I am going to get a wire brush, actually, abracamagic right there, wire brush. And let's get a file. Here's a file right here. And I'm thinking some safety glasses, because even though this is a food grade vinegar, this is still going to be something that could get in my eyes and burn like hell. I am actually showing people how to remove the scale from a forged knife blade, and I'm doing this in bulk. So if someone else wants to do this at home, you can do this with one knife. You can use this for cleaning up rusty tools. Or maybe you want to do a small batch of knives. You can do it this way. And I'm probably going to leave these in here a little bit longer. I don't know exactly how far it went. Let me grab my safety glasses. All right. So safety glasses right here. And let's pick one of these at random. Wow. Look at that. That has ate some of that scale away, and if I scrub on it just a little bit with a wire brush, it's obviously going to remove some of that a little easier. And what that will eventually do will remove it down to the white. And the white will essentially look like this. It will be down to bare steel or with minimal scale. Now you can see here the kind of the red tinges where that scale was heavier, and it's still on there. And I can actually, I can remove that with a wire brush. And the reason I'm wearing gloves is because I don't want my fingers to stink real bad from this. But let's pick a few of these. We can see how that's starting to work. Okay, I'm seeing, okay, I think that's a plus right there, right here. Now, okay, that's just by rubbing my fingers on that, you can see how much that scale is coming off, because it's starting to kind of create a slurry, a rusty, nasty, vinegar-smelling slurry. And there it is. Why use poop to clean? No, Raw Dog Randy, I think you're a little off on that, buddy. Nope, this is vinegar. Vinegar and water. And you can actually see when I was talking about bare metal, you can see some of that bare metal starting to be exposed here. So this is working rather well. Now, this is going to be a very nasty concoction for a bit, but I can see each one of these reacts a little different, and part of that may be, you know, how thick the scale was. This one's actually getting some bare spots on it, so that's positive. You can see here, and on the other side where we've got some bare metal coming through. So I'm pretty happy with that. I've used this method quite a bit, and the fact is I don't have to sit here and rub on these blades to clean them off. They will clean off easier. Now, if I took these, that one's actually doing quite well. If I were to take these to one of the finishing belts, like a Scotch-Brite or something, it would take this off a lot easier because this has been loosened from the steel itself. That physical bond is being released, and you can see there how that scale is starting to come apart. So this is what I do. This is kind of my my little washing machine technique right here, where I can take this and I can agitate it, and those blades are going to rub against each other, and it's just going to create this really nasty looking solution, but it's also going to continue to break down that scale. Now, something I am going to let you guys know about is that in warmer weather, this works a little better. Yep, right there, busted through my glove. That's the reason I don't trust latex. All right. So, an effective means, if it's warmer, this is heat is a catalyst, and it will actually it'll act a little faster. If I were to heat this, it would you know, it would be the same as having an ambient temperature that would be higher, but in colder weather it takes a little longer. So that's something that is working. And if I come down here tomorrow, which I will be, I mean, I live above here, and this is my store, this is my shop. So yeah, this will continue to work, and I may have to leave it for a few days with being as cold as it is, but it will effectively remove that scale. Now, you can also do the same process for use it for removing rust, and especially on something that you don't want to remove extra material like the base metal underneath it. This can work well. So anyway, no, I am not a carpenter. No, I am. I'm a blacksmith. I'm a bladesmith. You can watch me on Forged in Fire season 4 episode 2 on Discovery Channel. Well, and Vudu and Hulu and Netflix and Disney Plus and all those. You can also see me on season 1 episode 1 of Master of Arms on Discovery Channel, the Flintlock Axe Pistol. But no, I'm not a carpenter. I can put some stuff together with wood as needed, but I do not claim to be a woodworker. I do have some friends who are rather accomplished woodworkers, and they do amazing work, and I really appreciate their work. So this is a rather simple means of descaling tools or something you forged. And if you want to get a uniform patina on an item, you can do it this way too. Now, some of these, once I grind them and heat treat them, they're probably going to go back into a vinegar bath just to help degrease them some. Some will be finished out smooth to the point where you're not going to be able to see any file teeth or really tell that it ever was a file in its previous life, if you will. And some of the other pieces will still retain those file characteristics for those particular builds. Yes, Bryn, that is correct, but I will let you know one thing. A lot of times, people what they were doing on the show, it was destructive testing. So one thing you don't do, you don't take a sword and beat it. Here, let me give you an example. This is for you, Bryn. Are you with me? Let me get my safety goggles on. Bryn, I got a chopped up piece of steel right here, and then I got for better use of terminology, here's a sword made out of leaf spring. Now, swords are not made to cut metal. Swords and knives generally are not made to cut metal. But right there. If you stress something too much, it will break. So anyway, there you go. Let's see. I'll try this on some knives that just always. Okay. So yeah, you can do that. Now, after you do this, you do need to neutralize that solution. And you need to do that, like use baking soda water or something like that. And then, clean it well, dry it, oil it. I've done the wrench axes and wrench tomahawks before, getting ready to do a whole batch of wrench knives, and probably do some videos on that as well. So yeah, just fun stuff you can do. And I'm hoping that by showing you guys what I do, I've been doing this for, it'll be 32 years in September. And this is how I make a living. This is how I bought my properties, my businesses, vehicles, went on vacations, did all kinds of stuff like that. So, once more, if you guys would, please hit that subscribe button. There's going to be more content coming, and we're going to be doing some live forging videos. I may do some on heat treat, some basic heat treat. I'll probably do some on creating a hamon using refractory and different quenchants. And I did a video on that a while back, and Facebook actually took it down because some dumbass who was watching it claimed that I had copyrighted material because I said quenching. He claimed that he had copyrighted quench. Sometimes they get away from their handlers and run out of crayons to shove up their nose and lose their bicycle helmet and stuff like that. And it affects other people. So whoever that guy was, I hope that they got him back in his cage and changed his adult diaper and all that. Am I a Therian? A Therian? I don't believe so. I'm a mutt more than anything. My forefathers were kicked out of every other decent country in this world and came to America, where some of them were already here. One question I have, why doesn't heat hardening weaken the steel? It depends on the steel type. Your steel has a natural hardness, okay? And then by heating and quenching with proper alloys and proper quenchants, temperature ranges and so forth, you're going to allow alloying elements of the steel to go into solution and to lock into a specific crystalline structure and hopefully form martensite. And then tempering it down, which some people say, well, it softens it. Well, it makes it less brittle. So, I mean, it's not as hard, but it does make it more resilient. Like you can take a spring steel, you can quench it and snap it. You can take a file, which is easy to snap, and you can properly temper it, forge it and temper it after quenching. So forging, quenching, tempering, and make a spring out of it. So it just so happens that there are different factors involved. Yes. So if you heat a piece of steel up, let's say you just take a piece of, I got a piece of my, this is it's a stainless of some sort. It does have a fair amount of chromium in it, but it's not a hardenable steel. We can take this, we can heat it up, we can quench it, and it's may harden some, but it's not going to do a whole lot for the piece. Do I have a boyfriend? No. Actually, Cheyenne Brown, who was on season 9, episode 5 of Forge and Fire, that's who I am with, and she does not have a penis. I guarantee that. I checked thoroughly last night. So, but thank you, Jamie. I appreciate it. So anyway, so I hope that that clears stuff up. And Jamie, I hope you have a great day. It's an interesting conversation you're trying to have there. So guys, once more, please subscribe, and we'll just go from there. We've got more content coming, and check out some of the shows I was on, just for the hell of it. And if you're in Central Illinois, stop by Forge Memory and check us out. We'll catch you later.